Most of us grew up hearing the same message. Drink your milk, it makes your bones strong. And for many, that habit stuck. A glass with breakfast, a splash in coffee, maybe even warm milk before bed. Especially after 60, when bones naturally get thinner, milk feels like a safe, familiar choice. But here's the surprising truth. The way you drink milk can sometimes weaken your bones instead of protecting them.
Yes.
Even though milk contains calcium and protein, small everyday mistakes like when you drink it, what you pair it with, or how much you rely on it can quietly reduce its benefits. These are things doctors often don't mention, yet they make a big difference for your bone strength as you age. Imagine this: you're doing your best, faithfully drinking milk every day, but at your next bone scan, the results show thinning bones. It feels frustrating and confusing, like your efforts aren't paying off. The good news is, this isn't your fault. It's simply a matter of understanding how your body absorbs nutrients and avoiding habits that cancel out the benefits. In today's video, I'll walk you through 6 common milk mistakes that can hurt your bones after 60. I'll explain them in plain language, with simple science behind each one, and then I'll show you practical fixes so you can still enjoy milk if you like it, without worrying about hidden downsides. And here's the best part. By the end, you'll have a clear, safe action plan for protecting your bones, whether you keep drinking milk or switch to healthy alternatives. So let's start uncovering the truth about milk and bones, because a few small changes today could mean stronger steps, steadier balance, and more freedom in the years ahead. Mistake 1. Drinking milk without enough vitamin D. Many people over 60 trust milk as their main protection against bone loss. A glass in the morning, maybe another in the evening. It feels like a simple, reliable habit. But here's the truth. If you don't have enough vitamin D in your body, most of the calcium in that milk never reaches your bones. It simply passes through, offering far less benefit than you imagine. Think of calcium as building blocks. Your bones are like a house made of bricks, but vitamin D is the builder who carries those bricks to the construction site. Without the builder, the bricks just pile up on the side, never turning into a stronger house. That's exactly what happens when you drink milk without enough vitamin D. Your body has the raw material, but not the ability to use it properly. The challenge becomes greater with age. After 60, our skin makes much less vitamin D from sunlight. Kidneys also become less efficient at converting vitamin D into its active form. On top of that, many people spend more time indoors, either because of health limitations or lifestyle changes. All of this means that even if you drink milk daily, your body may still be running on empty when it comes to vitamin D. That's why so many seniors are puzzled when their doctor tells them their bone density has declined, even though they've been careful about calcium. Fortunately, this mistake has clear solutions. Start by asking your doctor for a simple blood test to check vitamin D levels. If you're low, a supplement may be recommended. Don't worry, these are usually safe, inexpensive, and effective. Alongside that, add vitamin D-rich foods to your meals. Salmon, sardines, tuna, eggs, and even mushrooms exposed to light can all help. Sunlight is another key ally. Aim for 10 to 15 minutes of gentle sun on your arms and face, when it's safe for your skin. Just this small daily habit can make a noticeable difference. And remember, vitamin D is fat-soluble. That means it's absorbed better when eaten with healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, nuts, or seeds. So if you enjoy milk, consider having it as part of a balanced meal that includes these healthy fats. The bottom line is simple. Drinking milk without enough vitamin D is like pouring calcium into a leaky bucket. You're putting in the effort, but the benefits are slipping away. Correcting this first mistake transforms milk into the ally it was always meant to be helping. Your bones stay dense, your steps steady, and your independence secure well into the years ahead. Mistake 2. Relying on milk as your only source of calcium. For many people, milk feels like the single answer to bone health. You hear milk has calcium, and it's easy to believe that 1 or 2 glasses a day will cover all your needs. But here's the mistake. Relying only on milk for calcium leaves your bones vulnerable. Why? Because your body needs more than just calcium from milk, and not everyone absorbs dairy in the same way. Calcium is found in many foods, not just milk. leafy greens like kale and broccoli, beans, almonds, tofu, and even fortified plant-based milks provide significant amounts. When you focus only on dairy, you miss out on these other sources, and variety matters different. Foods provide different nutrients that work together to keep bones strong. For example, leafy greens don't just give calcium, they also provide vitamin K, which helps guide calcium into bones rather than arteries. Nuts and seeds bring magnesium, another mineral that works alongside calcium to strengthen bone structure. Another issue is tolerance. After 60, many people develop lactose intolerance, even if they never had it before. That means the body struggles to digest lactose, the sugar in milk. The result is bloating, cramps, or diarrhea. When this happens, people may avoid milk altogether, losing not only calcium but also confidence in their diet. Worse, some keep drinking milk despite discomfort, believing it's the only way to protect their bones. This can cause daily stress without offering real benefits. So what's the better approach? Think of milk as one helpful tool, not the entire toolbox. If you enjoy it and digest it well, keep it in your routine. But spread your calcium intake across the day with other foods too. A handful of almonds, a serving of yogurt, a portion of leafy greens, or fortified soy milk can all add up. Not only does this provide steady calcium, but it also balances digestion and adds extra nutrients your bones need. The reality is that strong bones are built through teamwork. Calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin K, protein, and movement all play their part. If you depend on milk alone, you're ignoring the orchestra and focusing on just one instrument. But when you bring in the full symphony of nutrients from varied foods, bones become denser, stronger, and more resilient. So remember this second mistake. Don't put all your trust in milk alone. Diversify your sources, and you'll give your bones the full range of nutrition they need to carry you confidently into the future. Mistake 3. Drinking milk at the wrong time. Many people believe that as long as they drink milk every day, timing doesn't matter. A glass with coffee in the morning, a splash with lunch, or a warm cup right before bed, it all feels the same. But here's the mistake. When you drink milk affects how well your body absorbs calcium, and whether that calcium actually strengthens your bones. The first issue is competition. Calcium from milk competes with other minerals like iron and zinc when eaten together. If you drink milk with an iron-rich meal, say red meat or beans, your body may absorb less of both. That means you're not getting the full benefit of either nutrient. Over time, this can quietly chip away at bone health and overall vitality. Another factor is caffeine. Many people pour milk into coffee or tea, thinking it adds nutrition. While it does add calcium, caffeine can slightly reduce how much calcium your body keeps. The effect isn't huge. But if you drink multiple cups of caffeinated drinks every day, especially alongside milk, the impact adds up. And then there's nighttime. A warm glass of milk before bed is a classic routine, comforting and familiar. The good news is, milk at night can be helpful. It provides protein to repair muscles, and may even support sleep because of the amino acid tryptophan. But if milk is your only late-night snack, and your body struggles with lactose, it could disturb your digestion and disrupt sleep instead of improving it. So what's the best timing? Spread your calcium throughout the day instead of drinking all your milk at once. For example, have one serving with a breakfast, perhaps yogurt or fortified plant milk, and another in the evening with a meal. Pair milk with foods that don't compete for absorption. If you take iron supplements, avoid washing them down with milk. Give at least 2 hours of space. And if you enjoy coffee or tea, keep your main calcium-rich servings for times when caffeine intake is lower. The key idea is this: timing makes nutrients work smarter. By giving calcium a clear path into your bones instead of making it fight with other nutrients, you maximize the benefit of every glass. So remember mistake 3. It's not just about drinking milk. It's about when you drink it. A little attention to timing can transform milk from an ordinary habit into a more powerful protector of your bones. Mistake 4. Adding too much sugar to milk. For many people, plain milk doesn't taste exciting, so they sweeten it adding a spoon of sugar, honey, chocolate syrup, or flavored powders. It feels harmless, even comforting, especially if it turns milk into a treat. But here's the mistake. Adding too much sugar to milk cancels out many of its potential benefits and, over time, can harm both your bones and your overall health. Sugar interferes with calcium metabolism. High sugar intake increases the amount of calcium your body loses through urine. That means even though you're drinking milk for calcium, you may be flushing some of it away at the same time. Over months and years, this constant leak can quietly weaken bone density. For someone already at risk of osteoporosis after 60, that's a dangerous trade-off. Excess sugar also leads to inflammation, which is like a slow burn inside the body. Chronic inflammation doesn't just affect the heart and blood vessels. It also impacts bone remodeling. Bones are living tissues that constantly break down and rebuild. Inflammation tips: the balance toward more breakdown and less rebuilding. So instead of strengthening bones, sugary milk may contribute to gradual loss of bone mass. And let's not forget weight gain. Added sugars increase calorie intake without providing essential nutrients. Carrying extra weight puts more strain on joints, especially hips and knees, which are already vulnerable in older age. This can reduce mobility, limit exercise, and indirectly harm bone health. By cutting down weight-bearing activity, one of the best natural ways to strengthen bones. So what's the better way? If you enjoy flavored milk, keep sweetness minimal. Use a sprinkle of cinnamon or a drop of vanilla extract instead of sugar. If you like chocolate milk, choose unsweetened cocoa powder and add just enough natural sweetener, like stevia or a small touch of honey, rather than several spoons of sugar. And remember, your taste buds adjust over time. Gradually reducing added sugar allows you to enjoy the natural sweetness of milk itself. The key lesson here is balance. Milk can support bone health, but not if it's turned into a sugary dessert every time you drink it. By cutting back on sugar, you not only protect your bones but also lower your risk of diabetes, heart disease, and weight-related joint problems. So mistake 4 is simple but critical. Don't let sugar sneak into your milk habit. Keep it clean, keep it light, and let the natural calcium and protein do their job for your bones. If this video is helpful so far, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a quick comment below and let me know. Do you usually drink milk plain, or do you add something to it? Your answers not only help us learn from each other, but they also guide the topics we cover next. And if you're enjoying this kind of simple, science-backed advice, please tap the like button. It lets YouTube know this content is valuable, and it helps more people over 60 discover practical health tips that can truly make a difference. Finally, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Wellness. That way, you'll never miss the next step-by-step guide to stronger bones, better balance, and healthier living. Mistake 5: drinking too much milk. When it comes to bone health, more isn't always better. Many people believe that if 1 or 2 glasses of milk are good, then 3 or 4 must be even better. But here's the mistake. Drinking too much milk can create new problems for your body, and in some cases, it may even backfire on your bones. The first issue is balance. Your body can only absorb a certain amount of calcium at one time. Studies show that more than about 500 to 600 milligrams of calcium in a single sitting doesn't get used efficiently. Since a standard glass of milk already contains around 300 milligrams, drinking several large glasses back-to-back doesn't mean your bones get stronger. It simply means the extra calcium goes to waste. Another concern is excess calories. Milk has protein, vitamins, and minerals, but it also contains natural sugars and calories. For seniors who aren't as active as before, drinking too much milk daily can contribute to weight gain. Extra weight puts stress on hips, knees, and ankles, making movement harder and indirectly harming bone and joint health. There's also the question of digestion. Some people develop mild lactose intolerance with age. Too much milk can lead to bloating, cramps, or diarrhea. These symptoms may discourage people from eating other healthy foods, creating gaps in nutrition. In severe cases, chronic digestive upset can even interfere with nutrient absorption, leaving bones weaker instead of stronger. And surprisingly, some research suggests that very high milk intake over the long term may be linked with higher risks of fractures and other health concerns. The exact reasons aren't fully clear, but experts agree on one point: moderation is key. So what's the safe zone? For most older adults, about 2 servings of dairy per day, whether that's milk, yogurt, or cheese, provides enough calcium and protein without going overboard. If you enjoy milk, 1 glass with breakfast and another later in the day is usually sufficient. Beyond that, it's smarter to get calcium from varied sources like leafy greens, nuts, beans, or fortified plant milks. The key lesson is that milk works best as part of a balanced diet, not as the main event. Think of it as a helpful player on your bone health team, not the entire team itself. Too much of a good thing can become a burden. By keeping milk in moderation and mixing in other nutrient-rich foods, you protect your bones while also supporting digestion, weight, and overall health. So mistake 5 is clear. Don't drown your bones in milk. Give them the right amount. Then let the rest of your diet carry the load. Mistake 6. Ignoring your body's signals. For many of us, milk is a lifelong habit. We grew up hearing it was the best food for bones, so we keep drinking it without question. But here's the mistake: ignoring what your body is telling you. After 60, digestion changes, tolerance changes, and sometimes milk no longer suits your system the way it once did. Pretending nothing is wrong can quietly harm your health and even weaken your bones. One clear signal is digestive discomfort. Bloating, gas, cramps, or diarrhea after drinking milk are common signs of lactose intolerance. This doesn't mean your bones are doomed. It simply means your body is struggling with lactose, the natural sugar in milk. Many people push through these symptoms, believing milk is essential. But when digestion suffers, nutrient absorption suffers too. That means you may actually absorb less calcium and protein, not more. Another overlooked sign is skin or sinus issues. For some, dairy can trigger congestion, chronic runny nose, or skin flare-ups. While this isn't dangerous for everyone, ignoring the link can reduce overall comfort and quality of life. If milk regularly leaves you feeling sluggish, congested, or achy, it may be your body's way of saying, time to adjust. So what are the alternatives? The good news is, you don't have to give up calcium if milk doesn't agree with you. Lactose-free milk is widely available and provides the same calcium and protein without the digestive upset. Fortified plant-based milks such as soy, almond, or oat milk often contain added calcium and vitamin D, making them excellent options. Yogurt and cheese are also easier to digest because fermentation breaks down much of the lactose. Listening to your body also means paying attention to portion size. Maybe a small glass of milk with breakfast feels fine, but 2 or 3 glasses make you uncomfortable. Respect that boundary. Bone health isn't about stubbornly sticking to one food. It's about creating a sustainable routine that works with your body, not against it. The bigger message here is empowerment. After 60, your body is constantly giving feedback. Instead of ignoring those signals, honor them, make adjustments, explore alternatives, and build a bone health plan that fits you personally. Milk can be part of that plan, but it doesn't have to be the whole story. So mistake 6 is simple but vital. Don't silence your body's voice. Pay attention, adapt, and choose the version of milk or the alternatives that make you feel strong, comfortable, and energized. That's how you truly protect your bones for the years ahead. Now that we've uncovered the 6 common mistakes, let's turn the page. Milk doesn't have to be confusing. With a few smart adjustments, you can enjoy it safely and make it truly work for your bones. Think of this as your simple action plan. Practical, step by step, and designed for everyday life after 60. Step 1. Pair calcium with vitamin D. Remember, calcium is the brick, and vitamin D is the builder. Without both, nothing gets built. So if you enjoy a glass of milk, make sure your day also includes vitamin D from sunlight, foods like salmon and eggs, or supplements if your doctor recommends them. This simple pairing transforms milk into a real bone protector. Step 2. Don't rely on milk alone. See it as one player on your bone health team. Mix in leafy greens, nuts, beans, and fortified plant milks. These foods add not just calcium, but also magnesium, vitamin K, and protein nutrients that work together to keep bones dense and resilient. Step 3. Watch your timing. Spread your calcium across the day. Enjoy milk at breakfast or with a light evening meal, but don't pair it with iron supplements or very strong coffee. A little attention to timing lets your body absorb more of what you drink. Step 4. Keep sugar low. If you like flavor, try cinnamon, cocoa, or vanilla instead of spoonfuls of sugar. By keeping milk closer to its natural form, you protect bones, manage weight, and reduce risks of diabetes and inflammation. Step 5. Drink in moderation. For most people, 2 servings of dairy a day is enough. More isn't better. It's just harder on digestion and adds calories you may not need. Think quality and balance, not excess. Step 6. Listen to your body. If milk doesn't feel right, whether it causes bloating, congestion, or discomfort, don't force it. Choose lactose-free milk, yogurt, cheese, or fortified plant milks instead. What matters most is consistent calcium intake, not the exact source. And here's the final layer. Remember that nutrition is only one part of bone health. Weight-bearing exercise, from daily walks to gentle resistance training, is just as important. Bones respond to movement like muscles. Do they grow stronger when used? Pair smart milk habits with regular activity, and you give your bones the full support they deserve. So here's your action plan. Enjoy milk wisely. Balance it with other foods. Respect your body's signals, and keep moving. Follow these steps, and milk becomes a helpful friend rather than a hidden trap. If I have osteoporosis, should I stop drinking milk? No. In fact, milk can still be part of your plan. Osteoporosis means your bones are fragile, so calcium and protein remain important. What matters is balance, pairing milk with vitamin D, exercise, and other calcium-rich foods. If milk digests well for you, keep it. If not, choose lactose-free or fortified plant milks. The goal is steady nutrition, not forcing one specific food. Is plant-based milk just as good as cow's milk? Yes, if you pick the right kind. Many almond, soy, or oat milks are fortified with calcium and vitamin D, giving similar bone benefits to cow's milk. Just check the label. Avoid those with lots of added sugar. Soy milk, in particular, has protein levels close to dairy, making it an excellent alternative. Can I take calcium supplements instead of drinking milk? Supplements can help if you don't get enough calcium from food, but experts recommend food first whenever possible. That's because foods like milk, greens, and nuts bring other nutrients that work together for bone strength. If you do use a supplement, follow your doctor's advice on dose and timing. Do I need 3 glasses of milk every day? Not necessarily. For most adults over 60, 2 servings of dairy or fortified alternatives per day are enough. More isn't better. It can add unnecessary calories and may upset digestion. Focus on variety instead of volume. We've covered a lot today, and if there's one thing to remember, it's this: milk can be a friend to your bones, but only if you use it wisely. We uncovered 6 common mistakes: drinking milk without vitamin D, relying on milk as your only calcium source, drinking it at the wrong time, adding too much sugar, overdoing the amount, and ignoring your body's signals. Each one seems small, but together they explain why so many people still face bone loss despite drinking milk daily. The good news: every mistake has a fix. Pair milk with vitamin D, add other calcium-rich foods, pay attention to timing, cut back on sugar, drink in moderation, and most importantly, listen to your body. When you follow these steps, milk shifts from being a confusing habit into a reliable ally. Combined with regular movement and a balanced diet, you give your bones the best chance to stay strong, steady, and ready for the years ahead. So here's your takeaway. Don't give up on milk, and don't over-rely on it either. Make it part of a smarter, more balanced routine. That's how you protect your independence and keep enjoying the activities you love. If you found this video useful, please like it, That small click tells YouTube this message matters. Subscribe to Senior Wellness so you don't miss our next simple, science-backed guide for living healthier after 60. And most of all, leave a comment with your biggest insight today. Which milk mistake surprised you the most? Your thoughts help guide future videos, and they may inspire someone else on the same journey. Together, let's build stronger bones, steadier steps, and healthier years ahead.